Hello and welcome to Bleeping Fun. I have been working a little bit in my blacksmith shop. Shop I shouldn't say, but yeah, I have been forging a bit. But before we do that, I made these two arm rings that I use. This is just both of these are brass. This is just a nice white and fairly thick piece of brass, and this is just a round piece. So they fit quite well. Except those, I've been forging a bit. I do not remember if I've shown these before, but I don't think I have. A couple of very, very simple force hammers, two different sizes. They are really, really simple to make. This type anyway doesn't take much and it doesn't take long, but a fun project. I've been making a little tool knife. I didn't do too much on the handle. This is just enough to work with it. It was the ironwork I was doing most of, and I think I got it fairly okay on the edge, but still need to refine that because it's not that sharp. But yeah, that was also a fun little project. It took a little longer. Then I made this, which is a hairpin or hair needle. You can also use it as a fork. I would not recommend using it for both, but you can use it as a fork and have use it to eat. But it is also a hair needle. Actually, a fairly simple project, but very fun to try and make this. This is my first one. So a couple of things I don't like about it is that should have been a loop, not flat. And the tip could have been a little better, but it does the job. It's not gonna need to be extremely pointy, so it will do the job. Not that I'm gonna use it, but it's just a fun project. And then I have made these. I also made the pouch for it, so I can keep them together. Now this is where I think it is getting a lot more interesting. Because I made these. And this is actually a surgeon set, historically speaking. I actually have the book. I just have to find the page here. And we have it right here. Can I get in there from the light? Don't know what that is. Here we go. That is a surgeon set from the Iron Age. A field surgeon, I should say. So, of course, the pictures are smaller than these, and this is supposed to be a saw. I honestly don't know how to make a saw, but it is more for the visual part. These are not for functional. These are not made to be functional. They are made to represent this. So when we are out on markets, I can show how a set of these tools would look like, sort of, anyway. You also have these thorns that you would use to close a wound. Actually, we are not done. Here you see some knives. That's a curved one. That's a everyday use knife, and that is a combat knife. So I went with the knife. I went a little bit for that everyday use look. But anyway, I just thought that was a fun project to make these, because I haven't seen anyone talk about this before on markets and stuff. And what the book says is that it is found with weaponry that have been found. So, of course, someone brought this multiple sets, different people, of course, into battle. So they could be used when they were needed. Both of these two are knives. This is just a very small knife right there, should be the edge. And this one, it's here, possibly on the top as well. And this should be a bone saw. And again, as I said, I have not made it as a saw, I just made a couple of cuts there, so you might think that it would be a saw. And none of this is made sharp, because when taking them onto a market, I don't want anyone to cut themselves, so adults and children alike can pick these up and take a look at them without cutting themselves. So I didn't make them functional. I just make them to look as much as I could like the pictures of the finds. I think this is quite interesting. I still need the fonts though, but yeah, it is quite interesting to go out and do some forging. I believe I made another of the big force hammers, and I made another of the hair needles, but no need to show two of the same. So yeah, I try to make it as historical as I can, and as well as I can. I'm still very new to it, so of course it's not gonna be perfect, but yeah, it's fun. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I surely enjoyed making the things and making the video, as always. Yeah, thanks for watching, and keep having some bleeping fun.